Hey guys, what's up? So I want to go over with you guys my thoughts. I just watched the Xbox E3 conference. I thought it was really good. Go over all the things I saw. A few things pretty awesome that I was pretty excited about, but let's just jump right into it. They started things off with kind of like a montage where they showed like Halo, they showed Gears, just kind of like they showed like Master Chief, and they showed like Marcus Phoenix and Lara Croft, and it had like kind of like a cool build up. Then, after this little montage of epic music, they had, which I think it sounded like the music from Man of Steel. Correct me, let me know, guys. It was like, oh, Man of Steel, there's little superheroes. They then had Bonnie Wright. She actually had a good presentation. Great way to start things off. She had a really strong stage presence, and they got right into Halo 5. Not only did they show the campaign, but they also showed for the Halo 5 stage where the screens were and where the players were set up. I thought it was a really professional, well done stage demo. Really impressed by the demo. Halo 5 looks beautiful. They also showed like a trailer of the multiplayer, and Halo 5 is going to be coming out on October 27th. So looks awesome, looks incredible. They then showed a new game by Inafune, legendary legendary person in the developer in the gaming industry. New game Recore, and I think it also said that it was like with the from the makers of the Metroid Prime series, I believe it said. But Recore looks like it has a lot of potential. I was looking online, and it said one site said it looked like a mashup of like Wall-E and Star Wars. So that's what one site said, but that one is actually coming out in the beginning or fall of 2016. Recore, Xbox One exclusive, looks like has a lot of potential. I want to learn more about this and what setting it's going to be. Is going to be third person, it's going to be first person. Really interested to see more about Recore. Okay, this next thing, so Phil Spencer, who I believe is an incredible leader. He's doing a great job, in my opinion, at the Xbox division. He took the stage, and this response from the crowd, what he was about to say, by far the entire show, even like the new game surprises, there was some good response from the crowd, but the crowd got so riled up and so excited from this announcement. By far, this was like the announcement of the show, which I think is because a lot of people weren't expecting him to say this. Big announcement, big surprise, Xbox 360 compatibility on Xbox One. And the way basically it's going to work out, 100 games are going to be made available during the holiday season. And if you have, like, say for instance, you have an Xbox 360 game disc that is going to be compatible, you put the disc in your tray, and then it recognizes that. And so say for instance, say like you have a game in your console, you put it in, and it installs it, or it automatically recognizes it, and it starts downloading an update. It's going to do something where like it's going to recognize the disc, recognize you're the owner of the Xbox 360 game, and then it's just going to download that onto your Xbox One hard drive. It's going to download the entire game. So as long as you have the game in your disc. So this is actually, that's from at least what I understood it to be. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but you have to have the game disc. And the game technically isn't playing off the disc. Well, I'm not exactly sure all the things, but it seemed to me like it was going to be playing more off the digital download of the games. Like, oh, you own the game, here, let's download it to the Xbox One. It said hundreds more of these games are going to be backwards compatible to the Xbox One, but the crowd went crazy off that announcement. Okay, then of course they had Fallout 4. I'm going to do more videos on Fallout 4. Trust me, guys. Trust me. You guys know I love me some Fallout. Got me my sweet lunchbox here, but Fallout 4, the thing that I have to point out, this is awesome in my opinion, is that PC created mods can be downloaded and played on the Xbox One version of Fallout 4, which I think is a really huge deal, big deal, pretty awesome, because some of you guys might not know this, but there's a lot of people out there that I've talked with and read also reviews where people have gotten, like, say for instance, Fallout or Skyrim on the 360, then they get the PC version, they've got the mods, and it's like a whole nother world of possibilities. And so this could be just obviously the base game is something to be excited about, but a whole new layer of excitement I think you guys who have an Xbox One can look forward to. Also included, it's going to be exclusive for Fallout 4. Xbox One owners who get Fallout 4 will also get a free copy of Fallout 3. So you get that's exclusive apparently on the Xbox One. Okay, then we had up on the stage EA, and they talked about EA Access. In my opinion, way too much time talking about this. Okay, I mean this is just obviously people are plugging their games, plugging whatever, but this just went up beyond the line in my opinion. It took too long. EA Access, gosh, it's ingrained in my mind. Play first, play longer, play for less. It's like we kept saying that. Anyway, EA Access is actually a good service for those who are interested. There's for this week, Xbox One owners can download EA Access if they have Xbox Gold membership, and they can try it for free for a week. EA Access. And there's a bunch of games you can download and try out. Hopefully you have a good internet speed, because it's only going to be available for a week for free. Then they showed a trailer by Namco Bandai, publisher, for Dark Souls 3. Showed a trailer. World exclusive trailer. And it looked good, but it's a trailer. And I'm sure it's going to look awesome, the game on the different platforms it's available for. Then they showed The Division. The Division has been at so many different conferences. It's like, look, I get it. The Division, I'm looking forward to play it. I'm sure it's going to be great. But we've seen The Division. We get it. We've actually seen gameplay, but most of this was like, slow scenes and CGI. And they had gameplay, but man, Division, I get it. It's coming out. But I felt like this was, it took too long. And it was just too much for this show, in my opinion. I kind of wish they had a whole lot less or none of The Division. Seeing that Scalebound, Crackdown, and Quantum Break are going to be at Gamescom. I really wish I would have seen some Scalebound and Crackdown for this show. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent. Ubisoft also went on stage and said Rainbow Six Vegas. Not Rainbow Six Vegas. Rainbow Six Siege is coming. And they talked about that. And Xbox One owners will get a free copy of Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. So there's the Rainbow Six Vegas for you. And because they said, since the 360 is going to be backwards compatible, those are two games you can get for free when you get Rainbow Six Siege. And also they said on how The Division is going to have an exclusive beta first on the Xbox One, I believe in November or December. Okay, so then the next part of the show, they went over a bunch of different indie games. And the ones they went over Tacoma. And these are from the makers that were responsible for the PC hit Gone Home. And then also there was Ashen. Ashen it looked interesting. Like some of the character models looked very like rough, like character models that you'd maybe see on like a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. Obviously it's probably early in development, but it kind of had a look, especially at the end of this trailer, actually kind of had a look of like Eco or Shadow of the Colossus. That's what I kind of got from Ashen. Beyond Eyes, a game, not really my type of game, but could be interesting. Different in terms of gameplay mechanics that I just wasn't feeling the Beyond Eyes game. Cuphead. The Cuphead, love the art style. It's basically a cartoon type of platformer or cartoon style visuals from like the 1930s. And to me, it actually could be a two-player game. And it kind of like some of the gameplay mechanics and shooting kind of reminded me of Gunstar Heroes. But Cuphead, Xbox One exclusive, console exclusive. I'm pretty sure it's coming out for PC as well. Okay. Let's have in another. I think they showed a game called Eon, but I wasn't really too interested in that one. Next, they showed a demo for Tomb Raider, which looked really good. Lots of snow, lots of ice. I want to see her shooting stuff, whether it's with an arrow or a gun. I loved the Tomb Raider reboot. I got it on my PC and it looks beautiful. Love that game. But, you know, climbing up this mountain ice, that's your world premiere. It looks good. Yeah, look at these weather effects. Look what the Xbox One can do, but I don't know. I guess I'm probably expecting too much. I wanted more from what they showed. I'm sure the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider is going to be awesome. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. But I wanted something different, a different setting. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so next up, we've got Rare. They're like, sweet. So they're going to bring, what, Battletoads? They're going to have Conqueror? Or what are they going to have? Perfect Dark? What are they going to do? Banjo 3? What are they going to do? They show a collection of 30 Rare games, and it's going to, like, for $30. And it's going to have Banjo. It's going to have Battletoads and a bunch of other games. So they get on the stage, and they're like, the next Rare game we're doing is the most ambitious title. And so often developers get up there and they say that, and I just kind of cringe, because so often that's not worked out. I know you want to be innovative and push things, but sometimes I think you want to push things outside of the box of what most gamers are even remotely interested in. But they showed a trailer for Sea of Thieves. Again, this is another game where the character models looked really rough, like character models you'd see on the original Xbox, but the ocean looked beautiful. The ships looked awesome. It could have some potential. It kind of had like this massive multiplayer type feel to it. Obviously, it's going to have multiplayer, but definitely be interested to see more on the Sea of Thieves. Next, they showed Fable Legends, a free-to-play game that's going to be available for the PC and Xbox One in the fall. Looked okay. Wasn't really too interested. This was really interesting. Microsoft obviously wants to push hard the Xbox One division. They want to push hard virtual reality. They didn't just talk about one. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so it's like so much VR. First off, what I want to mention is that they teamed with Valve's VR, okay, virtual reality. Okay, so that's, and I'm not even going to get into that of like the possibilities there. But then we also have on how the Oculus Rift can stream Xbox One games, and every Oculus Rift kit is going to include an Xbox One controller. The final thing they showed, though, which I was pretty impressed with, they had Minecraft up on stage, and they used the HoloLens, and they had it up on the wall, which I'm like, okay, they had this special camera. They actually had a red camera, a cinema camera, but it was retrofitted, where you'd be able to see exactly what the person wearing the HoloLens would be able to see. So they're playing Minecraft, and they kind of zoom out. They put it on a table, and you've got this 3D Minecraft world, and it looked pretty awesome. And I don't know, if someone with some people who have the right minds and they're in the right place and have the right opportunity, this could be very, very cool and very, very fun. I can only imagine how expensive it's going to be, but that got a really incredible response. When they played Minecraft on the table and they pulled it up, that got an incredible response from the audience. I thought it looked really good. So next up, very cool, Gears of War Remastered. I know there's been a lot of remasters, but the interesting thing about this one will have multiplayer, and the multiplayer beta, I believe, starts today, he said. Which I'd be really interested to see how this game looks on the Xbox One. I thought the Gears of War looks sick on the 360, but they're just gonna remaster it even more, or remaster it. And then they showed Gears of War 4, and I'd heard in the past on how the new Gears of War game is gonna have more of a dark feel to it. I thought it looked pretty good. I really did. I love the Gears of War series, and they put up their Gears 4. I'm like, they didn't put Gears of War, they just put Gears 4. I'm like, yeah, they're going to sell a lot of copies of those on the Xbox One. Yeah, and then Phil Spencer just finished off talking about how, you know, the most exclusives are going to be available this holiday season on the Xbox One. And the Xbox One, this is just going to be the best ever time to be an Xbox gamer. And if you have a 360 and you haven't made the jump yet, now is definitely the time. Overall, I was really impressed. Again, just to reiterate, I did not like the time they spent on EA Access. I thought going over the Division was unnecessary. I would have loved to have seen Crackdown or Scalebound. I know that's going to Gamescom. I know, I get it, but There were some slowdowns in the show. Oh, other thing I did not go over with you guys. Forza 6, really interested. They had Henry Ford III get up on stage with Dan Greenwald, and they showed Forza 6. Forza 6 looked beautiful. They said it's going to be 1080p, 60 frames per second. And yeah, lots of exclusives. Like I said, the Xbox division is headed in the right direction because it's got the right leadership. And also, 2 or 3 years back, they had a pretty hard E3. And right now they've got fantastic leadership. Phil Spencer, he's awesome. He's definitely listening to the gaming community. And that's just going to propel them further. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought about the Xbox press conference, E3 briefing. I know sometimes our expectations are so high out of the sky, but I thought there were some really sweet surprises for this one. I was impressed, and I thought they did a really good job. I really feel that they are striving to make Xbox One owners proud. But anyway, guys, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.